Deshaun Watson continues to assault the Cleveland Browns' hopes of having a successful NFL season, and like all things Deshaun Watson tries to assault, he's very successful at this. But true to form, once they're knocked out of the playoffs, he'll deny any allegations it was his fault. This is Swiss cheese. It's pretty easy to put things through it, cause it got these big ass holes in it. This is the New York Jets defense, and similar to Swiss cheese, the New York Jets defense also has a tendency to have giant gaping holes right in the middle of it that allows teams to go right on through for easy running yardage. Unfortunately for fans of the New England Patriots, they no longer have an intelligent coach behind the bench. Instead, they have a drooling single-digit IQ mongoloid who's been Peter principled to a station well above his abilities. And so he looked at the multiple weeks of New York Jets Swiss cheese run defense footage and said, fuck that, I'm gonna pass with Jacoby, alleged quarterback Brissett, and we're gonna watch the magic happen. And magical indeed it was, as the New York Jets went from losing, let me see if I got this right actually, 15-game losing streak every time the Jets went against the Patriots for 8 years almost. They could not buy a win. Bro, there were games where the Jets held them to less than 10 points and still lost a motherfucker on a literal last second punt return touchdown. Well, the Jets went from that 15-game streak of ineptitude. By the way, 15-year streak of ineptitude incoming, as the Jets haven't made the playoffs in almost 15 years. But we'll get to those fucking assholes later. But now we have a streak where the New York Jets have actually won 2 games in a row versus the New England Patriots. Not only that, but the bad man is back. Ignore the fact that he's up against baby's first New England Patriots team, who clearly don't watch game film. The bad man is clearly back, and is at no risk of a future injury. None whatsoever. You know, there's a joke about mayo somewhere in here, but give me a couple weeks. I'm sure I'll come up with something. Deshaun Watson continues to assault the Cleveland Browns' hopes of having a successful NFL season, and like all things Deshaun Watson tries to assault, he's very successful at this. But true to form, once they're knocked out of the playoffs, he'll deny any allegations it was his fault. You know, I thought Kevin Stefanski was an intelligent, or at least moderately intelligent NFL head coach, although you have to question the fact that he probably signed off on the Deshaun Watson move over Baker Mayfield. So how fucking smart can the guy really be? But at this point, you got multiple years of evidence, including watching this man play quarterback at such a low level, it should be considered a war crime against Cleveland. But I guess training camp isn't enough. Every day of practice isn't enough. Multiple games through multiple seasons, none of it is enough. None of it is enough for Kevin Stefanski to realize that they cannot put the game in this piece of human garbage's hands. Hands where the only things that they're good for is grabbing asses and fumbling away passes. You're talking about a New York Giant team. I mean, these guys are about as good at pass defense as Rasheed Rice is good at driving in a safe, wholesome, family-friendly way. By the way, Rasheed, watch out for that drive-by, buddy. You know, funny enough, the game actually started out where the Giants looked like they were going to get absolutely obliterated by the Cleveland Browns. They fumbled the opening kickoff return. They immediately gave up a touchdown to Amari Cooper. And then when the Giants actually got the ball on offense, they immediately lived up to Daniel Jones' potential, which means being incompetent, doing stupid shit, and losing the ball fairly quickly. But never underestimate the powers of a predator. Deshaun Watson kicked his superpowers into high gear and preyed on Cleveland's hopes. And I know I gave Stefanski a lot of shit earlier, but you know what? On second thought, Deshaun Watson probably purposely refused to hand the ball off to Jerome, built like a Ford. As we know, people like him tend to thrive off of feeling like they're in power. Every time he's got the ball in his hands, sure, he doesn't know what the fuck to do with it because he can't sexually assault it and deny the allegations later, but he knows goddamn well he could toy with an entire Misfit franchise's fan base, and toy he did. I haven't seen so many balls miss wide left since Scott Norwood started to think he was getting paid $250 million to purposely miss throws. If so, someone get me an agent, because I might be the league MVP. This next NFLOL moment truly shocked me, and with a league full of as many disasters and tragedies as this one, it's kind of rare for me to get completely walloped by the baton of surprise. But my God, the Tennessee Titans are wielding that thing like Negan with a baseball bat in front of an Asian restaurant. I mean, let's face it, Malik Willis last year, under the Tennessee Titans' purview, looked like the answer to the question, what does an NFL player look like when he's doomed to never make it in the league? And so when you got the Green Bay Packers and Malik Willis off of one single week of preparation going up against his old team, the Tennessee Titans, and their new quarterback, Will Levis, you had to think Tennessee was maybe going to right the ship a little bit. I mean, they did fight pretty competitively against the Jets, and the only thing that fucked them up was Will Levis treating the football like a goddamn hot potato. After 2 weeks of this shit, surely he wasn't going to fuck up like that again. Well, maybe my man played it too safe, because my God, they could not get off the ground. Oh, hold on, I got a phone call. Yet another fortune-telling session with Will Levis. Is this everybody's favorite fuck-up?
Yes, this is Will Levis. I just wanted to see if I was going to do something incredibly stupid again in week 3.
I could tell you, without even looking at my crystal ball, I mean, 2 weeks of egregious fuck-ups. That's enough for an entire season. That's enough for an entire lifetime for some people. There is no goddamn way, and I don't even have to look at my crystal ball. Oh my God, you did it again, Will Levis.
What did I do?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna end this phone call right now. I'm not even gonna run your card, bro. Damn. I don't even know what the fuck to say to you at this point. Let me put it to you this way. How big is your ass?
Excuse me? I guess I would say it's fairly large for a man of my stature.
Oh, stature? You breaking out the SAT words right now. All right, well, Will, I can tell you, you are going to be really good at something going forward this season.
Oh, really? What is it?
You're going to be really, really good at warming the fucking bench with that big fat ass of yours. Now sit your big stature ass down, because you just threw another horrible interception. And yep, you guessed it right. It went for a touchdown. All right, peace, Will. The Tennessee Titans, having the quarterback they gave up on come in there and kick their ass while the quarterback they chose over him continues to look like rookie year Peyton Manning. My God, I feel bad for Will Levis at this point, but this is one of the funnier, fail-laden starts to a career I think I've ever seen a quarterback have. Maybe not career, but full season as a starter. My man just cannot get out of his own way, and he also cannot get out of the way of this 9 out of 10 rating that I'm gonna slam down on his ass while he slams his ass down on the bench. Good luck, Tennessee. Hopefully these terrible losses do not haunt your nightmares at the end of the season when you inevitably ruin your draft pick position by going on a little bit of a 4 or 5 game run with that good defense and that decent offensive line. All right, folks, it's trivia time. And this is where if you have an ounce of common decency, you're going to the comments and immediately subscribe, like, comment, tell a bunch of people you like this video, but then call me a giant piece of shit because of this next thing I'm going to say. What's about 6 feet long, dark colored, lives down in Miami, and all it could do is flop around like it's lost control of its faculties? If you guessed a dolphin in midair trying to catch a fish at SeaWorld, well then congratulations, you're a better man than me, because that was not the answer. The answer is Tua, however the fuck you say that last name. I feel bad for the guy. I feel horrible for the fucking guy. I think I speak for the entire world when I say continue playing, because the fencer's response is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Giant piece of shit I am. Jesus Christ, no wonder I'm a failure in life. Alright, now that I knocked out a classless Tua joke, I don't think it's any secret that the Miami Dolphins are a giant fraud. If their fans are surprised by the way this season has gone, clearly they were not paying attention. Whether you talk about Tua's massive injuries in 2022, or you talk about the fact that the only thing they could beat a winning organization at is getting to the golf course early. Well, what you end up with is a team that was all hype, no substance. They actually managed to make the Jacksonville Jaguars look decent for a half of football this season before the wheels completely fell off. Tua Tagovailoa, he died for this shit. So goddamn it, Miami, whatever high pick in the draft you get next season, you better make it count. And Tua, seriously, for the sake of your health and your family, take as long as you goddamn need, because that cap hit don't go away as long as you don't retire. Tua does deserve all the fucking respect in the world, though. I mean, the balls it takes to continue to get out there and play this game after the shit he suffered. That's right, I spent half a second not joking and showing some class. We gonna fucking unsubscribe now? Oh, what's that? You guys hear that? Sounds like a whisper in the wind, and that whisper sounds a lot like Jerry Jones.